Hello everyone, Strikoder here and welcome back to a new episode of the OSCP journey. In today's episode we're gonna solve a Linux easy machine on HackTheBox called editor. So let's get started. First of all, I copied the IB, imported that using export all to all tmux panels, and then added that into the etc host. It's gonna be editor, not editorial. That's other HackTheBox machine. And then I ran Nmap. And we see port 80, 22, 8080. I think Nmap is gonna take a while, maybe 5 or 10 minutes, so let's get started alone. So 80, since we added that to our etc hosts, we see editor.hackthebox, and 8080 we see this wiki. So I prefer to use FUF, but instead of editorial, I'm gonna type editor. And we see assets. So I'm gonna start with the casual one. Assets. What do we have here? 403. Okay, here we have 301. So we are being redirected to a forbidden. That's okay. Index, which is this page. Okay, that's okay. So we can as well try the 8080. What do we have here? So I'm trying that against rough directory files, rough directory and rough files, big, both of them. I combine them with raft.txt. I'm gonna run nuclei, but at the editor, and I'm gonna try 8080. Nice, we have robots. It's with the 880, right? So first of all, let me check over here. Intro, modified. What is this? So we are being redirected to here. Maybe we have IDOR, admin, administrator. Okay, nothing in here. We had robots. And oh my gosh, we see a lot of stuff. Nuclei is still running, but we don't have any other directories. Maybe wfuzz would do us a favor, but editor. And maybe with the 8080, do we need to provide the 8080 over here? I'm gonna hash the 0. Okay, that's gonna be a little bit strange. Maybe we don't need to provide 8080. Am I right? Let me check. Maybe without the 80. Yeah, that's, I believe, makes more sense. So we have wiki. So over here we can type wiki. And we are being redirected. Oh, of course. So it's 0 word. But, okay. Maybe the wiki, they mean this website. So maybe we are being redirected to port 8080. Okay, for now, let's keep going. So we have this in robots, prevent bots. Okay, we don't want bots to execute stuff in the wiki. We don't want bots to consume CPU and memory. Perform exports. So what do we have here? BDF. Maybe we have credentials over here. It's gonna take a while enumerating that line by line. We can automate that, but I'm gonna turn Nmap off for now. Do we have password? Nah, do we have pass? Creds? Nothing interesting. Maybe edit. Let me get back. try this, and we see a login. So since we are preparing for the OSCP, we always try to use search exploit. I'm gonna keep xwiki and see. So 15, 10, and we see an RCE. I'm going to search on Google RCE. So we have manual test report of sec and a GitHub. It has already 17 stars and it's kinda new, so I believe it's working. Let me check the code before running that. And copy that, vim payload. I always like to call my RC payload, Python 3 payload, and what do we need to provide over here? So -t. So it's gonna be over here the editor .hackTheBox. BusyBox, I assume that's from the busy. I'm gonna keep that for now. Netcat, maybe that's something related to the xwiki. I'm gonna leave 111 and let me check here. IBA. Here is our IB. And we're gonna take bin bash. Taking this, pasting this here. Maybe we need a space over here. And let me make a netcat and change this to 4444. Happy hacking, we are connected. Stable. You can check that on GitHub as well, or find that on Google. I'm trying to stabilize the shell that I got. So ID and get etc password grep sh. So we need definitely to switch to Oliver. How can we do that? Let me switch to temp. So I made a new script. Let me show that to you. It's called OSCP OSCPTSPs, which is a script for OSCP and CPTS enumeration. I'm gonna publish that in a while. Oops. I launched a German course. Okay, so I'm gonna publish that on GitHub after a while, soon, very soon. So be sure to follow me on GitHub. I'm gonna try and copy that here. Okay, it hangs. That is not promising at all. It completely hangs. So we didn't get a stable shell. Not stable enough, I would say. Maybe we can't make any files. Touch file, ls, v file. So the issue is with vim and echo. Understood. We are connected, stable. So I'm going, in this case, we can run MPs or get my script to here. Oh, okay. I ran that incorrectly. Now it's working. Then OSCPTS peas.sh. Let me copy everything. So I don't need that, I don't need that. Get to the top. And I don't need that, I don't need that. And I don't need that. I'm gonna just, or let me get that back, but it's gonna be like this. And what can we do now? Web server. Get the OSCPs to here. I can't go to temp. Now we're downloading that. I'm gonna change mod plus x that and then run that. But we are not able to download that as well. I'm not sure why. If anyone has any idea, please let me know in the comment section. Maybe we are restricted. I don't really know. I'm really impressed. Usually, it's my first time being not able to do that. Let me change to here again and check what do we have here. So, we need to enumerate manually, unfortunately. I'm gonna... Is this maybe because I'm on F3? 254. I'm gonna list recursively and check. So we have few XMLs here. And what do we have as well? .jars, .xmls. So all of that related to our xwiki maybe? Yeah. So we were with xwiki jetty. Dash jetty. And let me search on Google. Xwiki jetty config credentials path. Okay. Let me try and run the enumeration script alone. So yeah, we can run that line by line. Fortunately, I'm gonna just take this a bit up. And so here, I enumerated history, I enumerated environment. We see log name xwiki. Okay, we don't see any path. I'm gonna enumerate. Let me get that into here. So you would see. Maybe I'm gonna take that into here and make this bigger. So common path. OSCPs and data var.html. We see index and assets. That's for the 8080. That's for the 80, I mean. And our current directory for 8080, that's etc. Okay, we don't see anything sus yet. Maybe an SSH would solve our issue. I don't think. That's not our way in. Hidden files. We don't have access to home, so that's gonna be useless. Writable locations, not interested. Network listeners, firewalls, password hunting, and in-memory password. Let me run that. So we see, please ask your administrator. Maybe a running, I don't think a running script is gonna be our way in, since we haven't escalated yet. And here to check if we have GCC, maybe we can check that. We don't have enough privileges to do that. So let me get the OSCPs and search here for the credentials stuff. Cron job, environment, account and shares, share and profiles, permissions, keys, firewalls, password hunting. That's what I'm looking for. Let me copy that, paste it into here, and we see a lot of stuff. So this is very similar as if running limp is, but it should have been better. But it seems to me it's a little bit worse. So you see this, these are all so we don't have anything promising. Let me check. Not our way in. I'm gonna make that a bit bigger. This is talking about the 0-day. Let's check WinPs. cd root, not in root, home, Linux, and web server. I'm gonna take Limbs and download it into temp. I forgot, shit. I forgot I cannot download. Now it's gonna break again. Okie dokie. I'm gonna wait a bit and see what can we do. Maybe it's gonna download. So that was useless. Let's try over here. So xwiki, password. Let's see. What user did we have? Cat etc password. Grep sh. So switch user Oliver and the password may be xwiki. No. Okay. User authentication. Maybe configuration. Do we have anything related to password? So edit xwiki.cfg superadmin. Okay. Actually, let me use an LLM. So cloud where so he's gonna search for credentials in the xwiki documentation. So in the install documentation, web inf. So it's gonna be, where did we get our shell at? User lib, cd user lib, and xwiki dash jt. Do we have, oops, so it's taking a lot of time. Are we crashed again? Yes, we are. Okay. So that's what pentesting is. You're not gonna get a stable shell that runs everything that you want. I mean, there are few stable shells out there that I'm gonna test soon in a video. For now, let's stick to those. Okay. Don't see any .conf here. Few XMLs, but maybe if we go back a bit and let's see. No .conf here either. Let me check, what does it say? That may be Etsy. But I haven't seen anything related to xwiki in the Etsy when we enumerated. Mm. maybe in the xwiki instead of xwiki jetty. So we see web.-inf. I mean, that's look promising. Cat hibernate. And thanks to tmax we can search pass. So we see as if a database. Okay. Netstat dash tunnel B. We see 3306. So here SA. I mean, maybe we need Ligolo or anything to tunnel or port forward to be more precise. Postgres 5432. There is no 5432 over here. Let me go password. Still nope. MySQL and this password. Let me try and spray that before going to download. But shit, I cannot download the Ligora. And we don't have SSH. Maybe our way is gonna be through spraying. So cat etc password. To those who have VIP plus or VIP still, can you please share in the comment section if you can download? Is this an issue because too many users on the box and maybe someone messed up with the box, or that's how the box is configured? Etc password grep sh. So switch to Oliver. If that's not gonna work, then I'm gonna try. Okay, that didn't work. Let me check. So no. What can we go? Where do we go from now? So I'm trying to think with maybe going with the SSH. Oliver at IB. Probably the at IB is not working. Or have I lost my connection? Being IB. No, there's still a connection over there. But SSH Oliver and at, I'm gonna paste the password here for now. Let me close this. Let me take this up and take this. Take this down. Move this up again. Okay. So take the IP, paste that over here. So I paused, waited 2 minutes, no interactions, ran dash verbose and got this output. And I tried few options, still not working. I don't think that's not our way in. Maybe the machine is broken. Please don't hate on me if I press reset anytime. I'm gonna wait a little bit. So I used the -o gex algorithm, Diffie-Hellman, and let's see if that's gonna work. So it hangs for now. and our shell is already dead. This is the password, and let me try actually to run the command of the and Bing IB. So it's up, but it's a little bit slow. It hangs again. Add host. I'm gonna add that to etc host again. We got a shell. Now maybe let's try SSH. Gonna copy the path. And we got a shell. So the issue was we need to add that to etc hosts again because when I ran the machine, I tried on a VIP plus, so it was removed from here and got back into my account. I got a VPN of my friend and deleted that and got back to my account. So now let's submit the user flag. It's okay. Now the root flag sudo -s. Since we have the password, we can paste that. Wait, what? Have I? Okay, that's more interesting. Python 3 GTFO bin suid. If you don't know this tool, check my GitHub. And I'm gonna copy, paste that into here. And wait a little bit till this finishes. And sorry if you hear the noise in the background, but my cat is waking up. And Control D. So we see C group network, network viewer, local listeners. Let that finishes because it annoys me when it goes down. So bam, Unix. So it's always good to check the output even if it's not found to see a binary that is new to you. So these are new. I think I had that before and in the sudo. So we have three stuff. Let's start with the plugins and check privilege escalation. It's kinda kernel privilege escalation, okay. But we don't have GCC since we enumerated by the scripts. Escalation. It's not. It's a word plug. Word press. I don't think that's our way in. Either this or maybe in the sudo. So we all know sudo, but in the sudo privilege escalation, I still type something, not the nd. So here we see a CVE maybe for that. Maybe this. A Python script. Do we have Python over here? Yes. We need to check the version, the binary of the version binary, the binary version. Okay. So let's get back to here in the sudo and try to run that dash version, maybe dash help, and see if we have something related to the version. Maybe dash v, as if the sudo. Maybe if we got strings on that, and then what is it? Oh my gosh, decline. There is nothing wrong with the machine for now. Grep dash I version maybe. Okay. So I'm just gonna try that, and fingers crossed that's gonna work. Create a privilege escalation binary. So, but we don't have GCC. That's the issue. So I'm gonna compile that on my machine, and hopefully that's gonna work. Or do we have which GCC? Since now we have other user, nah, more with more privileges. So I'm gonna cd into root to delete, and then oops, not here, not here. It's gonna be me.c get back, compile that, make sure not to run that on your own machine, prepare the exploit environment on the target. Okay, so we need to modify the path, then run that. So I'm gonna run web server. That's gonna be this, and then over here, are we disconnected? Holy moly. I'm gonna wait until that's up again, SSH, and luckily we still have the path over here. So usually you would make a file for that, but that's okay for now with us. I'm gonna wait. Okay, I literally wait for 1 second and it's up again. I'm gonna disconnect, press enter, put in the password, and we are hopefully in. Then take this, put that here, and fingers crossed that we don't have any issue with wget. If we do, then I'm gonna use SCP. It seems to me, yeah, we do. I'm gonna wait a little bit. So it's still not working. Let me use SCP. So SCP, the file, it's here. Then it's gonna be Oliver at IB, and then in the temp directory or at home. I mean, we can try at home Oliver. Okay, we have MVME over here already. Excuse me. Maybe it was uploaded. No, the size is 0, so it's not working. Let me move that into here. And hopefully now we're gonna get a prompt. Maybe I need to provide the same thing over here regarding the -o. No such file or directory. Maybe it's gonna be right here. Paste that into here. And hopefully now we're gonna see the NVMe. But it's still stuck at 0. So that's not working as well. We need to overcome that by getting the NVMe and base 64 that. Take this whole chunk and echo. I'm gonna put this. It's lagging a little bit. Let me disconnect and connect again using the SSH. Take the path. Maybe I should invest in a tool that has more than one clipboard. So echo, single quotation, double quotation. I pasted the text, but still not pasted. Maybe let's try the something smaller than base 64. Okay. So I'm gonna say xxd-b the file. Try to actualize that by \n. Nah, that's definitely is gonna be a whole mess to deal with. Let me try something with the casual terminal because it has different options. Let me take the SSH without the O and try. Maybe that's gonna work. No, that's not gonna work because it's not based on the terminal. Yes, the password is gonna be this. And let's try echo the password. It echoes that. Let's try echo the base 64 above. And hopefully it's gonna echo that as well. Oops. So it got stuck again. I'm closing that. Let's try through curl. But it's not about curl or wget, right? It's the issue with the box. So let's try web server and curl that. So curl dash o, or let's copy the HTTP first, then dash o payload. So it's not about wget. We don't have FTP. Maybe we don't have netcat. Maybe I'm gonna leave it here and hopefully the box is gonna be okay after the release. I don't really know. But I'm gonna be sure to rate the machine extremely low since it's not stable. Or let me know in the comment section if the issue from my side. I don't think the issue is on my side. So it has already been over a minute. That's not acceptable. And although it's in here already, but if we take a look, maybe the issue with the bath. Let's try SCP again. So where is it? Not Mindy. Where did we have it? It's in here, but maybe in temp. Paste that. And we're stuck again. Okay. So probably the issue is from the HackTheBox side. So here what I tried. I tried to temp. I tried with V over here, verbose to see what's going on. Then only with the dash capital O for the old, it didn't work as well. Then I tried to cat that, it didn't work. Then currently I used netcat and that didn't work. So I'm going just to end the video over here. Please let me know if you have the same issue and don't forget to like, share, comment and subscribe. See you next time.